thank you for supporting us and keep cheering us on. I think we can make you proud to this tournament. So yeah, hang in there.
Alright, today was another day of the Worlds 2024 in Berlin, and I'm in the presence of Mikyx after, unfortunately, a very, very close loss against Hanwha Life. And I mean, I think your tweet from a few minutes ago encapsulates it pretty well. Next time you win these, right? How do you feel after this match?
I mean, it's for sure quite sad that we lost the game when we had 2 Barons and we actually had a decent lead.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also not looking great early game, so I'm glad we managed to come back and find some good fights and good plays.
Yeah.
They were probably overreaching a little bit as well. They were kind of throwing their stuff and going too deep, so they allowed us to make the comeback. But yeah, I feel like if we change a little bit like draft and how we actually play like after we get the lead or after with Baron, for example, I think we can close out these games because they're better than us right now, but I feel like in a few days we're gonna be much better than right now. I think we're not at our best right now, so I'm hopeful for the next time.
Yeah, and I mean, like, one thing I could notice in this game is that it seems like even though you have a good idea of how you want to play the game, there's still like a bit of uncharacteristic mechanical mistakes from some players as well. So, like, do you think that's like one of the issues, and that you guys have figured out your game plan, but maybe just didn't execute it very well this game, maybe?
Yeah, I would say so. I think a lot of the a lot of fights come down to just like mechanics, how you play those fights out, like how you use your spells. Like for example, for me, like after we got Baron and Caps was 2v1ing the mid, Ashe and Jax, if I Hexlash over that wall, we probably just get 2 kills and we probably end the game after. I fucked it up, messed it up. But yeah, and then the fights got harder and harder because Molder kept scaling and clearing waves. So yeah, then we just tried to find like plays on side lane, didn't really work either. But you know, could have gone either way. Like if for example, when we go top and we get to stop Smolder TP, or we get the Dragon, probably we can win those games. But yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, obviously scrims is something completely different. So is being able to take Hanwha Life like this far in an official match able to give you guys more confidence and even hope for the rest of the tournament as well? Do you think it's going to impact you mentally as well to be even stronger for the rest of the tournament?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it does give for sure hope that we can actually win against all the teams because Hanwha Life is a strong team, right? So yeah, I think next matches should be pretty good as well.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you always talk about wanting to face all the LCK and LPL teams, right? What do you think is like the major thing that maybe you learned from this game as well that you're going to be able to translate into the future matches as well?
I think mostly like how we play early game because I think our swap for Grubs was like not very good timing wise, and then also just getting actually mid vision and just getting caught a lot all over the place and not tracking where enemies are. I think it's for sure something we can take because in scrims usually you would just like gloss over it and just be like, oh yeah, probably shouldn't die here. But then if it keeps repeating, then there's probably something wrong, right? So yeah.
I mean, do you think that after this game especially, like LCK and LPL teams should be scared to like draw G2 in a future round as well? Because I mean, I know it was a loss, right? But it was still very close, and it's still the champions of the LCK. So like, do you feel like these teams should actually like be scared of facing G2?
No, don't prepare for us. Just assume you have a free win and that's it.
Fair enough. And I mean, also that's like been the story of the entire world so far. I feel like in every interview you gave, you keep talking about how you need to be humble and you need to like respect all your opponents. You said that against Pain Gaming as well before, and I mean, still like against Pain Gaming, you picked like the Yone Yasuo as well. When are we gonna hear more spice from G2? Or are you guys like decided to like really try and be as humble as you can this tournament?
No, I think we are quite humble because we are getting humbled quite daily. So yeah, we'll see where it takes us. And you know, we learned the hard way last year when we're not humble, then things can backfire.
Yeah. And I mean, in a way, are you hoping that you guys can be the Song Jinwoo of this tournament, like the solo leveling protagonist, right?
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, if we keep leveling up with every game we have, then I think we might just take it all. Yeah.
All right, well, fair enough. And I mean, obviously, we hear every year about G2 scrims as well. How has it been going so far? And like, has it given you more confidence? Are you guys going to be the scrim world champions this time around?
Probably not. I think this year's scrims were for sure worse than last year's. But yeah, I mean, at least we are learning something from them, kinda. I mean, I feel like it was worse when we were playing from our office, but then since we moved to the hotel, I think it's gotten a lot better. I think the atmosphere also has been much better. We're trying a lot harder to just, fix our mistakes and talk about them. Because before it didn't really feel like, we're preparing for Worlds. It was just like, just another regular split of LEC. So,
Yeah.
but now it's a lot different. So now it's going better at least. So, yeah, that's good.
Fair enough. And I mean, obviously, right now it's a bit complicated to talk about the future because we don't know your next matchup, right? And we have to wait for the end of tonight. But I mean, today you took on the number 1 seed from the LCK, and I know you have a long story with T1, right? And they are coming in as the number 4 seed. How beatable is T1 this year if you were to face them? And I mean, are you hoping also that you're going to be able to face them again?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to face them. I would prefer to face them in like a best of 5 or something. But if it's best of 1,
World's finals.
that's fine as well. Yeah, I mean, that would be very hype. But I wouldn't mind playing against them early on as well. Potentially eliminating them from the tournament. That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think right now they're not at their greatest form. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And something also I noticed so far in the games, I mean, obviously you don't have to reveal any strats or anything, but G2 is like one of the only teams that doesn't really lane swap so far. Do you have a specific take on this entire thing? Do you think it's a bit overrated, or is it just something that you didn't find the right setting to execute so far?
I think it's just very dependent on draft mostly. So if draft allows it, I might just pull it out. But so far we didn't really feel like it was necessary. So yeah.
Yeah. And how is the mood in general at G2 right now? Because I mean, obviously you guys are full focused and stuff, but I know you are still like a team that operates a bit like a family, right? So how is like the atmosphere with everyone, and is everyone still like in the race, I guess, and just really at full focus for the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't quite like that like a month ago when playing from our office, but yeah, as I said, when we came to the hotel, then it started to become way better. But before it was kind of just like, not the greatest in terms of that one. Yeah. But yeah, now it seems fine now.
Yeah. Has there been, I mean, aside from just coming to the hotel and facing all these teams, has there been like a specific thing that like helped you guys to climb up that hill that you and just like get better as a team as well? Because I mean, we know the struggles you had, like especially like in summer and season finals as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, mostly just losing a lot of games in a row. That kind of helps to sit down and think, something we're doing is probably not good. So we need to change what we're doing and how we're doing it. So I think, yeah, we just needed a bit of humbling. The humbling, I call it.
Yeah. And I mean, I asked the same question actually to Owner as well on T1, but G2 has a bit of a similar story on the side that like your roster has been together for a while, right? Do you feel like this Worlds could be a bit like the last dance for this G2 roster, and does it put pressure on you to perform, especially after all this time together?
I mean, it's possible for sure, because I mean, if we don't make it out of Swiss again, yeah, I don't think we're probably gonna run it back for the 3rd time, but maybe. Yeah. I don't really feel like the pressure, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's kind of up in the air. I mean, yeah, probably if we do well this time around, we're probably gonna try again, next year. So yeah, it just depends how we do this tournament. So yeah.
And so we have to close out, but just before we close off, I have to ask the usual anime question because you haven't updated your My Anime list since June, I believe. So do you have any recommendation for people? I mean, have you been even able to watch anime lately?
Not really. We've been watching Demon Slayer. I guess we finished that recently. Didn't watch My Hero Academia yet the last season, but it's looking interesting, kinda. I watched Freerun. I guess that's one I could recommend. It's a bit of a slow start, but I've been kind of watching that throughout the whole year. I watched like half an episode on the off day, so it took me the whole year to get to like episode 25 now, because I just I watch when I eat something, and then when I'm done eating, I stop watching, and then I go play. Yeah. So it took a bit of time, but it's good overall, I think.
And just any words for the fans?
Well, thank you for supporting us and keep cheering us on. I think we can make you proud to this tournament. So yeah, hang in there.
Well, you heard it. Hang in there, everyone. We are hopefully going to be able to talk to you again soon, and I'm really hoping in Paris at least. And yeah, for now, Mickey, I wish you the best of luck in the rest of the tournament. Thank you so much for talking with us today. For viewers, as a reminder, we are sponsored by Holy throughout this event. Use the code SE5 at checkout for €5 discount on any purchase. Thank you, Holy, for sponsoring us once again. Mickey, thank you as well, and see you soon.
Yeah.